All right, I want to welcome everyone to tonight's training. It's an absolute pleasure, as always, to come to you on Wednesday night and be a part of our training sessions. And let me turn that off. And it's always a pleasure to have you as part of our training sessions. We want to thank you for coming out on Wednesday night. Wednesday night training presented by Appwizard Studio and the Appwizard Studio team. Real quick, let's take care of some housekeeping. If you have not joined our Facebook group, join our Facebook group. Yeah, I know that was you saying you was here, and I can see you're here. I don't know. But anyway, join our Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/AWS Mastermind. That's facebook.com/groups/AWS Mastermind. A lot of great things happen in this group. A lot of great questions are answered in this group. If you have any thing that's not tech related, this is the place to do it. If you have some tech related questions, make sure that you go in to tech support. And I'm going to walk through that when we go into the platform here in just a few minutes. But make sure you go into tech support. If you have not joined our Appwizard Studio YouTube channel, go just search for Appwizard Studio. That's Appwizard Studio, and you will see this icon right here. And make sure that you join our YouTube channel. Our YouTube our trainings are broadcast on YouTube Live at the same time. We actually have a lot of people that watch YouTube Live instead of coming to the Zoom room. They don't have Zoom on their phones, and they just go right to YouTube Live. Now, I do not see the questions on YouTube Live. I have people all the time say, hey, I'm asking you questions. I do not see the questions on YouTube Live. So that doesn't happen. Real quick disclaimer, Appwizard Studio nor I cannot guarantee just because you are watching training, you'll make any sales, create any traffic, or increase your income. Every person is different, has different work ethics, and different desires. Tonight, we're going to talk about tools to sell to make you money now. Been doing this this is going on my 7th year with Appwizard Studio. We launched in 2012 with Appwizard Studio, became a trainer just shortly thereafter. And for Appwizard Studio, matter of fact, I joined Appwizard Studio, then became the trainer, I think, like 2 days later. But I want to talk to you about some tools. The number one call that I get is, Kerry, what can I do to launch my business right now? How can I get out there and I can start making money right now? These 4 tools, and I call them tools, they're all apps. These 4 tools are tools that you can go out and build on, and you can actually build the first tool and upsell the next 3. Or you can go out and you can sell these tools individually. The mobile business card. What is the mobile business card? Simply a mobile business card on your phone. It has your click to call, you can put click to text, email, share on Facebook, directions, door to door, viral share if you have the viral share feature. But it gives you the opportunity to have your business card with you 24/7. If you have not built your mobile business card, if you as a reseller have not built your mobile business card, you're cheating yourself, because your mobile business card should be the first thing you share when you go out and you start talking about the app. Now, on that mobile business card, you can go out and you can put these other tools, okay, and you can share these one at a time and show them how they work. But you can go out and sell the mobile business card by itself. What's a birthday app? What's a birthday club app? You can literally go out and set up a birthday club app, okay? Now, what I like to do is I just go ahead and build out the mobile business card and put the birthday app and attach it to it. And or you can just make it the birthday app. You don't have to put anything else on there. You know, you can put a nice header on there, a nice birthday club header, and build it out that way. But you can go out and sell the birthday app by itself. You can take any of these tools and make a business out of it. One thing that I have learned over the last 7 years doing this is most people don't stick with one thing, okay? They try to do too much, too fast. They get too little, too less, and they're not making any money because they try to jam everything into one thing. I have literally sold the mobile business card, and I mean just the mobile business card, for 7 years. since 2012. Okay, since 2012. So about 6.5 years now. So, and I still sell the mobile business card today. I don't confuse the customer. I don't go in. I do upsell texting, okay, because I want them on text messaging and in the marketing platform. But I don't go in and sell a bunch of stuff. I keep it extremely simple. And I have built thousands of mobile business cards over the last several years. Okay, thousands of mobile business cards in the last several years. So you can pick any product here. You can pick any tool here. Let me say this, and I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but if you're not out making any money, it's because you did not pick a tool, stick with that tool, and go out and sell that tool, get familiar with that tool, and know exactly how that tool works. I'll give you a prime example. The first time I ever saw the Amish up in Ohio planting corn, I was absolutely amazed. And they had a wagon that had a wheel, okay, on this wagon, and a guy sat in a little chair, and he was literally putting these little corn things. I don't know if they were plants or seeds or what they were, but this wheel would literally turn around and he would put these corn seeds in there perfectly, and it set them in the ground perfectly. And I'm telling you, if you've ever been, I think it's 30 or 36, I can't remember it's a back road. It's off the interstate. If you ever drive down that interstate, you will see the most amazing crop fields you have ever seen. They don't use $1 million tractors. They don't use all this fancy stuff to do it with. And they yield more per acre than any farmer in the area. And they still do it with the tool that works for them. With the tool that works for them. Is it maybe a little more labor intensive? I don't know. I mean, the guy was sitting on this wagon with this wheel turning, and he was literally sitting there taking out of a knapsack, whatever he was putting in the little thing that stuck it in the ground, and it stuck it in the ground perfectly, and that's what he did. Okay, so was it more time consuming? Maybe, because the wagon was pulled by a mule. Okay, so it maybe wasn't driving just as fast, but guess what happened? His yield more than offset the time that it took to plant the field. I highly recommend, if you ever have the opportunity, go up to Ohio, and it's the road just north of 80, okay? And take that road all the way through Ohio. You will be amazed at the crop yields that they get in that area. They're not using big fancy tractors. They're using a mule and a wagon, or a mule, I guess, and it's a planter. So you have to think that way. What's going to yield me the most clients, paying me the most recurring income every single month? And I'm here to tell you, if you try to lump it all together and go out and sell it that way and confuse the client, your yield will be a whole lot less than if you came down through here and you picked one of these simple products. Now, why do I use the mobile business card? I use the mobile business card because I can literally add any other tool in the Appwizard Studio tool bag to that mobile business card and upsell every single thing for an additional $49 a month. Okay, but we're going to keep it simple tonight. And I want to show you how to really go out and make good money. And if you want to make $100,000 a year, if you want to make $5,000 a month, if you want to make $2,000 a month, whatever you want to make, all you got to do is put the numbers in place and sell that many products. Really, business is that simple. I know we've talked over the last couple of weeks about break evens and all that stuff. And yes, you've got to know those numbers. Okay, you have to know those numbers, but you have to also keep everything simple. Keep everything simple. How many of you have Netflix? Does anybody on here have Netflix? Anybody? Throw it up in the question and answer box. Anybody have Netflix? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, just about everybody has Netflix. What I want you to do is do this. There's a documentary, if it's still on there, about Wrigley's gum. Wrigley's gum, 5 cents a pack. You have got to watch that documentary. It's the most amazing thing. It's almost like planting the corn up in Ohio. You know, Wrigley's had an amazing concept. Put 5 pieces of gum in a pack for 5 cents and sell a whole bunch of it. And the Wrigley's company exploded with that 5 cent pack. You have to watch that show. You have to watch that show. And the other show I want you to watch is the McDonald's. Okay. I can't remember the name of it. Kenny Dutton, I think, called me one night and said, watch this. And I did. And it's still on Netflix. But it's the story of McDonald's. Okay. And nothing more than the hamburger. And thank you. And how to make as many hamburgers and sell as many hamburgers cheaper than anybody else out there, but do everything via yield, okay, via mass sales, and create a lot of income. And even back then, I want you to think about this. They were creating what? Recurring customers, which create recurring income. So pick a tool, pick a simple tool, a mobile business card, a birthday app, a simple birthday club app that all you have to do is go in there and add the birthday club. Next week, I'm literally going to walk through and build each one of these, okay? Each one of these, and it's going to take me this will take me about 10 to 15 minutes. This will take me literally 5 minutes. This will take me probably 15 minutes. This will take me 5 minutes. So here you got 30 minutes and 40 minutes. In 40 minutes, I can build every one of these things individually, okay? 15 minutes, and you can go out and get $49 a month for the mobile business card. Not adding anything else to it. Now, I recommend that you add texting, and we're going to talk about that in a minute, but you can literally do that. With the birthday app, you have to have texting. You have to have texting. So you want to make sure you go out there and you do it right, and you make sure that your margins and everything and your money is right, okay? But you can go out and do every one of these. How many of you go to events in your area almost weekly? How many of you go to events? I've built a couple of event apps, okay? I've done a couple of event apps. It's not my niche. It's not what I do. This is my niche right here, the mobile business card. This is what I go after because everybody needs one. But event apps are very easy to do. You literally go to the Chamber of Commerce or whoever's throwing the events in the area. Go to the Chamber of Commerce and say, hey, could I get a list of the events in the area? And every single list has the person that's in charge. Go to that person that's in charge and say, hey, I would like to do your event app this year. We're going to give you guys free advertising. All I would like is a list of all your event members that are going to come in, your kiosks that are going to be there, your hamburger stands, all your vendors that are going to be there. Get a list of those vendors and start picking up the phone and do what I call dialing for dollars. Have the event app made up, okay? Make it up, and you call those folks and say, hey, we've got this concert at this time, this concert at this time, this concert at this time. We're looking for sponsors. We've got 3 sponsors per concert. Awesome. You sell those spots for $200 to $300 a spot, okay? And you wrote those events. You rotate those events. Very easy to do, very easy to set up, very easy to make a lot of money, okay, on a weekend at an event. The Reputation app, all you got to do is click 2 buttons in an app, and you can make the Reputation app. The Reputation app is an in-house reputation management system. It works absolutely amazing. You attach texting to it, so that increases your recurring revenue every month. And they can do in-house reputation management without it getting lost on Yelp or all these other places, okay? They can take care of the problem on the spot. But we're literally in 40 minutes next week I'm going to go in and I'm going to build each one. The McDonald's story is called The Founder, Founder. And look up the other one, if you would, Wrigley's. Look up the Wrigley's one and tell me exactly what that's called. The McDonald's story on Netflix is called The Founder. When we get off tonight, watch it. When we get off tonight, watch the Wrigley story. What do you charge? And that's the biggest question that's ever asked, okay? Do something like a 149 setup. A 149 setup in somewhere between $29 and $79 a month. If you've got texting in there, you've got to increase your monthly, okay? You have to increase your monthly. The 149 setup, this is really just about pure profit. I mean, if you've got 10 of these coming in and you're making, $790 a month, I mean, this is coffee and donuts and hamburgers while you're out in the field. This is just gravy right here. Okay, gravy. 149 for a mobile business card. You do 4 of those an hour. That's $600 an hour that you're making in mobile business cards. $600 an hour. You say, Kerry, that's crazy. You can't do that. Absolutely, you can. I do it every day. Every single day. We've got a lot of people that do this every single day. You can build 4 mobile business cards an hour at $149.99 setup, and that's $600 an hour. It is what it is. You can do it all day long. You can get $249 set up, $349, whatever you want to make on it. Set your price and go sell it. This is why people don't make it, and they say, "Well, you can't do that," because they don't get off their butt and go do it. The only reason people are not selling mobile business cards, and they haven't for the last 7 years, is because they do not go out and talk to customers and sell them. They don't. That's why you don't sell them. Why do you not sell the birthday app? Because you don't go out and sell it. Why do you not sell an event app? Because you don't go out and to the Chamber of Commerce, get the list of events, and start calling everybody and say, "Hey, we need sponsors." How many of you get called by the sheriff's department, by the police department? They're looking for sponsors for an event. When I was in the roofing business and I sponsored a lot of events, I was constantly getting called by the sheriff's department, by the fire department, by the police department saying, "Hey, we've got this event at the park this week. We'd like to put your name on the t-shirt. A big $400. Absolutely. Go ahead. Write them a check." Or somebody usually comes by and picks it up. Okay. Same thing. You got to pick up. If nobody ever called me, they would have never got my money. And I always said yes, because I wanted my roofing company's name out there, So go by those places and say, "Hey, we'd like to do an app for you, for your event. And we're going to raise money for your cause and give them 50% of the take on the sponsorships." Very easy to do. Very easy. All you got to do is pick up the phone. So a 149 setup, okay, and $29 to $79 a month. This needs texting. I would put texting on all of these, but you can literally go out and sell the mobile business card for $149 and get $29 a month all day long. All day long. Okay? All day long. $79 a month. Now, this is how you duplicate your efforts. And I'm gonna tell you a story when I get down to talk about marketing on YouTube that's going to blow your mind. Okay? Because I am not a YouTube marketer. The first thing everybody's going to say is, "Well, Kerry, you know how to do that." No, I don't. No, I don't. Okay, all I know how to do is create a video and put it on YouTube. That's all I know how to do. And throw a few words in under the description and in the keywords. That's all I know how to do. I don't know how to go in and special SEO anything else. So I'm going to tell you a story in just a minute. And when you get off here tonight, you're going to start making YouTube videos and just start pumping them out there every single day. And it's going to change your business forever. Sales reps. Duplicate your efforts through sales reps. Okay? That's not hard to do. Don't try to do it all at one time. Sales reps will kill you, okay, because they're lazy. All right. They're kind of like the owners of the companies. They don't go out and sell either. Okay. They think somebody's going to come to them. Okay. So sales reps, go find you some sales reps, find you some good sales reps. Go get you some guys that are, that understand. But what you have to do is, and you have to go out and show them. This is what happens, and it happens all the time. Somebody will come and say, man, I've hired sales reps and they don't go out and do anything. And this is my first question. Did you train them? Well, I set them down in the office and I told them what they needed. No, did you train? Do not hire a sales rep. Do not hire a sales rep if you cannot yourself go out in the field and sell. Who's going to train him? And I hear people say, well, I want to get a sales trainer. Well, who's going to sell the sales trainer train the sales trainer on your product? If you can't go out and sell it yourself, you cannot train a sales rep until you are competent to go out and do it yourself. So to make sure that you can do that, okay, go out and do it, get a few under your belt, find out what the objections are, find out, what your closing ratio are. And if you are not a great salesperson, and not everybody is, everybody wants to be, but not everybody is, because we get nervous, we get scared. I get nervous and scared. I sweat. I have high anxiety when I go out and sell. When I get up on a stage and do a presentation to 50 people, I get high anxiety. I think I saw Mike Cahill check in here a while ago. Mike does presentations out in the field, and I can tell you Mike's a great presenter. I see him, but I can promise you, Mike probably gets nervous before he steps out on stage. We all do. It all happens. The matter of fact, there is Chris Bloor has some great free YouTube optimization info producing results. A huge giver. Chris Bloor, Bloor. Mike, can we I guess Google him and find that information? Find him on Facebook, Chris Bloor, Bloor. And there's a lot of free stuff out there. Okay, there's a lot of free stuff. And I don't use it, but there's a lot of free stuff out there. Start slow. Building a sales organization is painstaking, but it pays off. It pays off. With my beacons, I've got 67 reps that sell beacons, 67 reps. In 5 different countries. So, but I didn't start off like that. I built that over a year and a few months. Okay. I built that in a year over a few months. A training course. Nobody knows your business better than you do. Nobody knows your business better than you do. So put together a video training course. It's not hard to do. If you've got a phone, you've got one of the greatest tools in the world to sit down and make video training courses that you could ever have. You don't even have to have, what's this thing I'm using right here? PowerPoint. You don't even have to use PowerPoint. Now, PowerPoint helps if you don't want to be on camera. Like me, I don't usually get on camera. I do everything through PowerPoint. I do get on camera when I'm doing little short 2 or 3 minute videos, but I usually use PowerPoint. So if you don't want to be on camera, use PowerPoint and get you a product like Zoom or some kind of screen capture software like Camtasia. There's some out there that's a lot cheaper than Camtasia that you can do. You can use Jing, J-I-N-G, Jing, J-I-N-G. That's a Camtasia product that makes 5-minute videos. Most little training videos are somewhere between 2 to 3 or 4 minutes. If it's going to be longer than that, then break it down into part 1 and part 2. And you can do it for free. But make training courses and make training courses on your product. And let me tell you what you do with those training courses. When you start hiring sales reps, guess what you have? You have training for them to use and carry with them. You put it on YouTube. You can either set it on private so only they can see it, or you put it in a what? You put it in a membership. Excuse me. You put it in a membership site, okay? And when you're hiring sales reps, you make that a part of your package and you bring them in there. And now you've got sales reps out on the street selling products, and they've got a training kit that they can go home and look at. So make a training course. It's not hard to do. You just have to sit down and do it. When I first started doing videos, and I've done over 1,000 of them, okay, I didn't have a clue what I was doing. I couldn't even spell YouTube, and Facebook was just launching. Didn't have a clue what I was doing, but you know what I did? I got Camtasia and I started creating videos. And very seldom do I even use Camtasia anymore. You know, very seldom do I even use Camtasia anymore. I do a slide presentation, 3 or 4 minutes, and I upload it. You know, if I make a mistake on it, guess what, man? I just breeze right through it and cover over the mistake. If I skip a word, I just breeze right through it and I skip over the word. This stuff don't have to be perfect. It does not have to be perfect. And if you think you got to go in there and edit every single duh, da, and all that stuff, you don't, because that is extremely time consuming. What you got to do is get to the point of what you're doing, okay? And the does, us, and all that stuff will go away. The more you do it, the more smoother it gets, okay? How many times have you heard me say okay? How many of you on here, how many times have I said okay since I started this? How many people have heard me say okay? Yes, yes, yes. You know what? That's one of my bywords, okay. You know, at the end of one of my statements or at the end of one, I say okay. Do you know how many times I've cut okay out of my videos? Never. Never. All right? Never. Marketing on YouTube. I've been using YouTube for a long time, and I really don't know how to use YouTube. Woodrow's the YouTube magician, all right? And I could probably make 1,000,000 times more money than I make on YouTube if I just knew, if I just tweaked a couple of things. But I'm happy with my results, and people say, how do you do it? And I say, I don't know. I just put the videos on YouTube and they will come. What's the show? You know, the guy's in the cornfield and he's waiting on the baseball players to come out of the cornfield. You know, that's the way I am with YouTube. I stand in the middle of the cornfield and I wait on people to come. Field of Dreams. I stand in the middle of my Field of Dreams and I'm waiting on people to come. And all I do is put a title and a short description. Now, I'm going to blow your mind right now. You would be amazed at the number of times I don't put a title or description in my video, but YouTube picks up the keywords in the verbiage, okay, that I'm saying, and people find it anyway. I cannot usually find my own videos on YouTube if I'm doing a search. I built an entire company starting last July on nothing but YouTube videos and never bought a single ad. I'm in 4 countries today from those YouTube videos. I never bought a single ad. 90% of them don't have a title or description. You know, and you probably say, Kerry, that is not true. Go to my YouTube channel and check it out. That's how people find me. You know, they're searching for a specific niche. They find that niche and they watch my videos. And what happens is they find the videos that are in my YouTube channel, okay, in my YouTube channel, and then they see all the rest of the videos because they say, oh, let me subscribe. That's how they do it. You know, everybody that I talk to, everybody that sets an appointment with me, and I set appointments, I don't just do blanket webinars and stuff like that. I'm starting to do that now because I'm tired of doing individual appointments. But I started doing it with appointments. The YouTube videos drove them to a link, a URL. That URL sent them to Calendly. Calendly, somebody can type that in. It's an free appointment setting software. Okay, Calendly. Once they hit Calendly, okay, they set an appointment, and I did a live 30-minute presentation for them. I never left my house. I drove. Is that called organic traffic, Mike? Organic traffic, when you don't do anything, they just come. Is that what that's called? Yes, organic traffic. I didn't even know what it was called. I just know that word. I wanted to make sure that that's what it's called. It's not paid traffic. It's organic traffic. You know, put them in the Field of Dreams and they will come. You can sit down starting tomorrow and start marketing on YouTube. You can start building a sales force by putting together some short YouTube videos looking for salespeople in the mobile marketing arena. Bring them on as 1099s, as independent reps. And I'm going to talk about this in just a moment. Bring them on as independent reps, okay? And put them out there selling and give them 50% of everything they do. Now, if you're using texting, you have to remove that $15 or $30 or whatever that is from that price and then give them 50% of the rest of the money. I want you to think of something for a moment. I want you to listen to these numbers. If I did a setup, if I had 5 sales reps, okay? If I had 5 sales reps at a setup of $149.99 just on the setup, no monthlies, just on the setup. At 5, if they went out and sold 1 a day a piece, and if they can't sell 1 a day a piece, you need to find some new sales reps. That's $749.95 on the setup a day. Now, take that and take half of it. That's $374.97 a day. How many of you right now are making $374.97 a day off of someone else's efforts that you trained, put in the field, put together a training course, and they're out selling, and you market it on YouTube using organic videos to hire sales reps, to hire work-at-home sales reps, independent sales reps? How many of you are doing $374.97 a day right now just in your business? I'm telling you. Listen to what I'm telling you. Start slow. Put together a training course. Start marketing on YouTube. Build you a sales force. 5 people a day will make you $374.97. Now do that 5 days a week. Okay, do that 5 days a week. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you I work 5 days a week, because I don't. I haven't worked Fridays. I work a couple of hours on Friday just cleaning up, shipping, building out apps, and finishing up, 2 or 3 hours. I work 4 days a week. I used to work 7 days a week. I quit doing that 2 years ago, I think. Thank God for Kenny Dutton, because Kenny Dutton called me one night. He said, Kerry, he said, you're going to kill yourself. And I woke up one morning and I thought I was dying. And I said, you know what? He's right. So I went to a 4-day work week. But let's say that your sales reps go out there and work 5 days a week. Okay. That's 5 days a week times the $149.99. That's $3,749.75. Okay. So you're going to bring home $1,874.87. That's going to be your take on the setup. That's gross. All right, that's gross. A week, by simply bringing on 5 sales reps, by putting together a training course, by starting slow, by doing some organic marketing on YouTube. Now, I do recommend that you put a title and description in there when you first start to build your YouTube channel. Build you a nice YouTube channel. Go on to Fiverr or go into the group. There's guys in there that know how to build YouTube banners and all that stuff. The stuff that goes in the YouTube channel. And build you a nice YouTube channel. Market it and SEO it out like you're supposed to do. Okay, put the title and description and all that stuff in there. Okay, put your words in there, connect your websites and all that stuff. And start marketing on YouTube tomorrow to build your sales reps out. Now, next week, I'm going to show you, when you hire these sales reps, how to separate them out in your platform so that everybody can have their own little bucket, if you will, their own little file cabinet, so that you can keep up with them. All you need is 5. You don't need 50. You don't need 100. You don't need 67. Okay? You need 5. You need 5 sales reps to do what you need to do. But you need to market on YouTube. You also need to build you a nice Facebook page and drop that same video on Facebook, in your Facebook page. Make sure when you build your YouTube channel, you drive them to Facebook, you drive them to your YouTubes, you drive them to your Twitter accounts if you got Twitter, Instagram accounts if you have Instagram. I sell apps off of Instagram and I don't got that many followers. I have people call it because I got ads on Instagram that I didn't pay for. Once again, it's called the organic method, I guess. But I just put stuff and people find me on there, and I'll get a call or I'll get a message on Instagram say, hey, do you still build mobile business cards? Yeah, I do. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you I've built thousands of them, but I get sales off of it. You know, people say, hey, do you still do the mobile business cards? Yeah, I do. You know, I'd like one. What's it cost? You know, a couple $100 and $49 a month. I $49 everything. You know, I sell products off of Facebook that I've had on there for 5 years that I'll have money come in into my checking account, and I wonder what the heck I sold. And it was a course that I built 3 or 4 years ago, you know. I mean, if you put it out there, somebody's going to find it. They're going to stumble across it, and they're going to want it. But there's always a but, right? If you don't do anything, you're not going to get anything. If you don't do organic YouTube marketing, okay, organic YouTube marketing, and put in there that you're looking for you know, home-based business or anything like that, you know, work at home employees and all that stuff, you're not going to get what you want, and you got to do that. You know, work from home selling mobile web apps. You know, you don't want them working for you. You want to show them how to go out and sell mobile web apps. You set up your account. You can set up an affiliate program. Pay them as an affiliate. You know, affiliates are at 1099. Hit a PayPal button and it goes right to their account. You know, what I do is I sell it wholesale. And I knew somebody's fixing to ask that question. How do you do it? I sell it wholesale and then give them a suggested retail. So what I would do is I would cut that $149 in half and tell them to go out and sell it for $149, and they would make their money up front. And I would cut mine is $49. That doesn't include texting. You know, mine is $49 a month, and and I would give them half of that, and that would be their wholesale price. So they're buying their apps from me wholesale and going out as a rep, okay, an independent rep, and selling apps. Yes, I do build some of them. I do. And I charge them for that. $29. I sure do. Yep. Yeah, if I build their apps, I charge them for that. Yeah, I just teach them how to build an app. Teach them how to build an app. You're going to give them their app in their sales rep feature. That's why you have the sales rep. If you haven't purchased the sales rep feature, and I want to show you this next week, you'll need the sales rep feature so you can give them apps out of your pool to have them go out. And you're going to do training courses. Okay, you're going to do training courses to have them go out and do that. And you're going to market on YouTube. For them, I don't know, 20 or 30 a week. 20 or 30 a week. Yeah, you notice Kenny said almost as good as Carrie. Don't forget that. Almost. Just messing with you. Webinars. Now I'm going to tell you, the best thing you can do is do webinars. I've done hundreds of them. Okay. I got away from them and I went to the one-on-one method, but I've started going back to webinars and to drive traffic to my products and things like that. So learn how to do a webinar. I can't remember. I think it might have been Mike Cahill that posted. He usually posts the stuff inside the group about how to do things. But he posted a deal not too long ago about how to do a webinar. You know, there's a ton of stuff online, and you can get something like it's called Genesis something. It used to be called what was the webinar system we used to use? They changed the name of it, but it's an evergreen system. You can set it up, run it all you want. Webinar Jam, and they just changed the name of it, but you can still find it under Webinar Jam. And they got an evergreen system. It's like $500 or something like that. And do you some webinars. They're very easy to do. You know, make you some slides and talk. Make you some slides and talk. Nobody knows your product better than you. You don't have to hire somebody to do it. And if you stumble a few times, but do it, you know, once a week, twice a month, and update your video. And yeah, that's Michael. Do it once or twice, and you're going to perfect it. You're going to find little things that you want to change, and you're going to change the slides, and you're going to do another one next week and put it up there. You know, sometimes I do my webinars in slices. You know, I'll do an hour-long webinar, and I'll do 15 minutes, and I'll go back and I'll make sure everything looks good in that 15 minutes. Then I'll do the next 15 minutes, and then I go into Camtasia, and I'll put those 4 15-minute segments together. And guess what? I've got an hour-long webinar. But what I did is I didn't take, 6 hours one day to do an hour-long webinar. I would take an hour or an hour and a half a day, and I would break it down into segments. You don't have to be an expert to do webinars. And there's millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars in webinars. Millions of dollars in webinars. How many of you on this call right now has watched a webinar in the last 30 days? How many of you on this call right now has watched a webinar? I watch 3 or 4 every single day. Matter of fact, I'm going to watch one as soon as I get off of this call. How many of you have watched webinars over the last month? Yes, absolutely have. yes. Somebody throw their hand up there. Yes, I have. Absolutely you have. You can do the same thing. Man, my mind is just all over the place tonight. A WordPress site, get a WordPress site, put a splash page up, put the YouTube video in the middle of it, and drive them to that page and put a buy button on it. That's a webinar. You don't even have to have a fancy system. Go out and get something like InstaBuilder or something like that and do a video page. Frank Kern does like a series of videos. He'll send out like 3 videos. Get them to sign up. You got them on your list. And now you got somebody to market to, but webinars are great. Facebook ads. Now, last week, you guys saw, and so Kenny, could you grab that Google link? The ad bait thing that we did last week. I'm not going to sit here and sell you on ad baits tonight. I talked about that last week. But what I do want to talk to you about is that Facebook training that's inside of that ad baits. Even if you get it for 1 or 2 months and then cancel, okay, it's worth the $100 you spend to go through their Facebook training. It's current. It's exactly what they're using. And most of you have probably seen those advertising bait Facebook ads. They know what they're doing, and they're creating millions of dollars, and it's literally over the shoulder building those ads. It is worth $49 to go in there and watch those videos. They actually added a new video on the business page. Okay. I guess they added it since I did it last Wednesday. So go into that. Kenny's fixing to drop the link in the thing. Go in there and spend $49 to get that training. It's absolutely amazing. I'm telling you, the best over the shoulder, current today. Most of the times when you buy Facebook ad training, you're buying it from a guy who's been using it over the last 2 years that he made a lot of money with. But because the algorithms and all of that stuff changed, what happens is that training is no good anymore. This company literally updates their training with the algorithm changes and the changes in Facebook and all that. It's exceptional training. Kenny Dutton just dropped that link in there. Go to there and buy that product. Go there and buy the product. It's nothing for the Facebook training. Keep it for a month or 2 months and cancel. You can cancel anytime. It doesn't matter. You might find out that the ad baits thing is something you want to sell. We went over that last week. You're welcome to go in and watch that training. Craigslist. I have hired 200 sales reps off of Craigslist. Now, I'm not in that business anymore, but Craigslist is a place to hire sales reps. Now, I'm going to tell you, if you use the free ads to hire sales reps on Craigslist, they're going to blacklist you. They're going to blacklist you quick, okay? You got to use the paid ads. Craigslist is a little expensive today, but Craigslist still works for sales reps. Monster.com is another great one to look at. Okay, there's a lot of sales sites out there to hire sales reps, but I recommend, and I go right back to it, market on YouTube. It's free, and people will see your videos if you put enough of them out there. If you put enough of them out there. Now, I'll tell you what I do. I combine, a lot of people make multiple YouTube channels. When I started doing this, and I can't remember the guy's name I watched now. He's a super genius YouTube guy, okay? And he's all over Facebook, and that's all he does is YouTube videos. Good looking guy, kind of slim, has a really nice studio. Y'all know who I'm talking about if I said his name. I just can't think of his name. But and he's got another guy that he partners with, James Weedmore. Thank you, buddy. And his name is James Weedmore. And this was probably 2 or 3 years ago. I was watching one of his trainings, and he was talking about how much money he makes on YouTube. And the guy makes a fortune on YouTube. And he also sells YouTube courses that I highly recommend buying if you want to pay for that. I've just never bought one of his courses. I watch his free webinars, and usually off of a webinar, you can get what you want if you pay attention. He was talking about, hey, don't make a bunch of YouTube channels. Put everything in one YouTube channel and push everybody to your YouTube videos. And what that does is people, when they subscribe, okay, and you start posting other ads and other videos and stuff, guess what? They get a notification that says, Kerry just posted another video. I put my 30-second video customer videos on there. I put training videos from different niches that I do. And when people come in there, they say, wait a minute, look, Kerry also does this. And they'll watch those videos. And they'll say, oh, well, look, Kerry also does this. And that's how you build your customer base. And I don't have a huge customer base on YouTube. Well, I do have a huge customer base on YouTube. I don't have a large following on YouTube, but I do get 1 or 2 followers every single day. Every single day. I don't use paid traffic. If I use paid traffic, I'd probably have 50,000 people follow me if I paid for it. But I do it, as somebody put up there a while ago, organically. Market on YouTube. Duplicate your efforts over and over and over. Okay, over and over. And this is not hard to do. Get off of here tonight, watch the Wrigley's video, the Wrigley's Netflix movie, watch the Founder, the McDonald's movie, and get motivated from those. Those are great motivations, okay? Maybe go on YouTube and pull up some Zig or some of those guys and watch that. I watch that stuff every single day. They might have taken it down. But go in. He said he can't find the Wrigley's documentary anymore, so that may be gone. But the Founder is there, and it's a great movie. Duplicate your efforts. Start slow. Build you some sales reps. How do you get sales reps? You build a training course. You market organically on YouTube. Do webinars. Sit down tonight and figure out how to put together a webinar. There's a lot of good cheat sheets out there, probably on that site that the guy that Mike Kale. Mike, could you post that guy's name again? His thing has flown by like a million times here. Something Bloor or something like that. Bloor. Chris, Chris Bloor, Bloor. Okay. And Weedmore's got a lot of good training too that's free. So learn how to use your market on YouTube organically. Okay. Learn how to do webinars. You'll be scared to death, and eventually, I could do a webinar. Honestly, I've been on Zoom where I didn't have to do anything except speak, and somebody else did the slides, and I literally laid in bed on Zoom and talked. With technology today, you can do a webinar from anywhere. If you've got somebody working the slide deck for you, you can literally be out in a boat. You can literally be out in a boat. I've done webinars from the hospital. When my mother was in the hospital a few years ago, I went to the hospital. I said, I need a room that's got great internet access. I've probably done 15 webinars from the hospital. When my brother was in the hospital, not the week before, but last week, I did a webinar from a room that the hospital let me use for free. that had great internet access, you know? So webinars can be done from anywhere. I highly recommend you do that. Chris Bloor has some great free YouTube optimization info products results, a huge giver. Chris Bloor. All right. Any questions at all? I mean, we've had a lot of good stuff coming across there. I appreciate the guys that have been posting this stuff. Mike Cahill, who's always a great help. Kenny, who's here every single week. I really appreciate the help from you guys. Any questions? I know we answered questions on the way through there. 1099, do not hire salespeople. Hire independent sales reps. It's a nightmare. A nightmare. Okay. Any questions at all? All right, next week we are going to go through and we're going to build out those 4 apps. We're going to build them out individually. All right, we're going to take it. We're literally going to build them out individually. I'm going to show you how to do that so you can put these 2 trainings together. While we're doing that, learn how to put your webinars together, go down and learn how to put your organic YouTube videos together, get your phone out, get you a tripod or sit on your porch like I do sometimes and just throw it on live and it records. You don't have to do a lot of work. Just talk about your products. Talk about what you're looking for. Train people. Put together a training course. I'm working on a new training course right now for one of my products. You know, I do a couple of courses a day. It takes me about 2 hours. And then at the end of next week, it'll be completely done. Yes, you don't have, no, listen. The biggest mistake you can do is try to do it all in one day. I never do it all in one day. I never do a webinar deck in one day. Never. I'm like ADD, ADHD, Ritalin, all that stuff, man. I'm every letter in the alphabet. I can't do it. You know, my anxiety would be so high that I'd be out on the front porch doing backflips. You know, no, I'm not on medications. No, I'm not on medications, but I'm just telling you, my makeup, I can't do that. I mean, if they diagnosed me today, I would literally be every letter in the alphabet. I can't do that. So I break it down. It goes back to what I say, Jim, keep it simple. Keep it simple. That's just like most of your courses that you purchase online. Did you know they usually only do the first or second? We want a backflip video. Absolutely, man. You know, most courses, they'll only do the first and second chapters of the course. And until sales start coming in and people start getting through the first course, then they'll go in there and do course 3 because they drip them, right? They drip feed them in. So they do those courses and they'll say, okay, let's do course 1 and course 2. When people start getting done with course 1, we're going to drop in course 3 and 4. And then when they get done with that, they'll drop in 5 and 6. And then they'll be done with their course. Why? It takes an enormous amount of time to put those training courses together. So they put enough together to get people started, but you've got to finish it. You can't do 1 and 2 and people are expecting 3, 4, and 5 and not get them done. What I'm saying is do 1 and 2 and next week do 3 and the next week do 4 and the next week do 5. So over a month and a half, you've got all that done. You've got all that done. And Michael, we need to get together and finish my book. We get out, you know, you get all that done. All right. Well, if there's no more questions, I want to thank everybody for coming out to Wednesday night training. And I hope you gleaned something from tonight. Next week, we'll go through and do what I was saying. But if you will listen and follow with the YouTube videos and the things that I showed on those screens, those 2 screens, you will start building a sales force. You'll get 5 people out there and you'll start making, what did I say, $1,900 a week. More than that if they're selling more than 1 a day. That's just based on 1 a day. All right, everybody. Thank you so much, man. God bless. And I want to say this real quick. Thank you for all the prayers for my brother. He's in rehab right now. He's still got a long road to go, but he's doing good, and he's getting ready to be moved to a different rehab next Friday, and he's going to be inpatient rehab for a while. But he's doing a lot better, and I really appreciate all the prayers and everything that you guys have pushed out. My messenger has just blowed up every day since he's been in. It's been 2 weeks now. So, but thank you so much for that. And I greatly appreciate that. That's the family side of what we do here. For you new folks that are on the training, this is the greatest family in the world, and they love one another. And that's the amazing thing about everybody here. So thank you, everybody. Good night. God bless. And we thank you for coming to training.